Today I wanted to talk a little bit about positioning, like where you strike the strings and how it sounds. I was thinking about guys like Billy Strings and the new bluegrass people like that. A lot of people, they hit their strings really clean, and some of them also, Molly Tuttle, she's got a great picking style. And some people, I mean, everybody's different. I study Mark Knopfler a lot, as you guys know if you follow me, and I noticed that he has a real anchor in the way he gets his hand there. I noticed that he's pretty solid in his stance. Everybody's different, right? Some people, they get their pick thing going, like they get way down by the strings here. It's very clean. And that's cool. That's the sound, like especially bluegrass, you want it to be bright. Certain sound. But that being said, where you put your hand and how you do it, whether you're palm muting, in a kind of a bluesy way. I often do that. I'll lay my palm down right by the bridge there, and if I want to, I can let it ring open or palm mute it. It's a very effective tool. Or you can also use it in other kinds of music too, where you sort of the dynamic quality, right? So where you hit the strings is important as how you hit them, which again, if you're hitting it down low, you got to have a lot of finesse with that, because if you hit them too hard, it's going to sound super harsh, right? So you have to have maybe a lighter touch, but still that brightness. So as you move up closer to the sound hole, obviously the sound's going to change. It's going to get more forgiving and a little more bassy sounding, right? From that real bright bluegrassy sound to not quite as much. And then as you get up here, it's going to get warmer and warmer and softer in a way, which has its place, certainly. Sometimes you just want to feather things. You don't want to be too bright. I don't anyway, but depending on the song, sometimes I want to Eagle sound, right? Easy going strum thing. Very warm up. And then sometimes you want to do maybe an upstroke in your playing, where like a rake. Maybe just for effect, right? Or if you're hitting a harmonic, you might want some of that. But again, this is all the way you hit it and where you hit it. So whether you hit it down low here, gets a scratchy sound. And up here is going to change it. Almost a different tone, isn't it? Now, if you're talking about fingerstyle, that's the whole thing. I'm playing with a pick, and I know a lot of you guys do, or some people talking to my buddy today. There's a hybrid picking. Finger picking, you can do that. A couple people I know that do that I like. Richard Thompson does that. Man, he's really good at it. I do a little bit of it, and I do actually done some classes on it. I tend to, if I'm finger picking, I generally finger pick. I don't mix the two that much. Sometimes I'll cup the pick. I noticed I was doing some gigs with Carlos and Cindy Santana recently, and I was watching how Carlos changes his sound, and sometimes he'll cup the pick, and then he'll turn the bass down, he'll turn the treble down on his pickup, and he'll just hit it with his thumb, the skin of his thumb, and get the kind of a nice quality, doesn't it? Hear how soft it is? So that gets us to a sort of nuanced part of this conversation, which is if if we're going to transition into the hand pick thing, you know, the claw hammer or finger picking, again, you know, God, you got so many variations there. You got the Nashville guys with their thumb picks. I don't personally do that. I can only speak to what works for me. When I finger pick, I mostly just, I put the pick down and I just, you know, I like the sound of that. Now, what I've come to appreciate over the years is when I first started doing it, I was a little more aggressive, and that's fine, you know, for certain sounds, because I sometimes play my electric quite often without a pick. And I was doing more, you know, more fingernail kind of articulation. But then as I've gotten on further, and this is again personal taste, I keep my nails fairly short. I like a little bit of nail, but not very much, because I like the sound of the skin. And listen to see if I can make it sound different for you. This is if I'm really wanting to articulate. Taylor. And there's a place for that, for sure. Sometimes you might want to have that kind of little bit of articulation with it. And I noticed, I watched a special on Clapton, and he said that, this is where I picked this up. He said he likes to keep his nails just minimal. So he's got a little bit for if you want to rake, you know, you can still do that. You can still have the fun. But more often than not these days, I love the sound of, and I think Clapton does too, a little more skin involved, right? So you can get that. You hear that? So that sound there, mostly skin. And of course, when I'm using my thumb, I'm able to brush it. I learned that from a guy called Oscar Castro Neves, who's passed away since a few years, but I did a gig in San Miguel de Allende, a jazz festival down there, and I'm watching this master play. He, you know, was involved with Jobim and all these classic, wonderful Brazilian people. I think he was in on Black Orpheus. And I watched him end a song like that. And he actually did it with his finger. I thought that was cool. You could do it with your thumb too. Depending on where you hit it, it's going to sound different. So what I really wanted to illustrate there was two things. One is where you hit it matters. How you know, the pressure, we talk about the 4 T's, touch, tone, time, and taste. This would fall under both, for sure, touch, definitely tone, and taste, I guess, you know, depending on what you're looking for, what's appropriate to serve the song, right? So finger picking, man, it's just like, I was giving a Travis lesson, you know, Travis picking thing, and which is such a, you know, again, it's so many styles that encompass that. It's just, he was amazing, World Travis. But whether you're talking about Paul Simon, you know, the boxer kind of picking, who's a wonderful picker, by the way, Paul Simon, wow, incredible, great voicings, guys like James Taylor, Harry Manx, Leo Kottke. I grew up with a lot of great pickers, but you know, those guys all have their own unique style, but Mark Knopfler gets that, what is that? So expressive, and you can snap. So I'm basically giving you ideas that when I'm working with my fingerstyle, whether it's just a standard, you know, whether it's that kind of thing, where you want like a soft, you know, really expressive, almost classical, or or whether you're doing something that's a little more on the bluegrassy. Now see how I'm using my skin there. I don't even know I'm doing it most of the time. So what I wanted to share with y'all is some of the technique I use, whether it's, again, going back and kind of recapping, whether it's you can really have fun with a pick, you know, and doing, you know, if you hit down here, it's going to be really super bright, or the other extreme, really warm. And you might want that, right? You might want that. You know, I mean, I'm going extreme, I'm going way up here. But the difference is really noticeable. Middle, happy medium. So whatever your ear tells you is appropriate for the song. Again, sometimes I'll be playing, you know, a song, and I'll be playing it more in the middle, and I want a little shimmer for whatever reason. Those are all part of the dynamics of playing with a pick or without a pick, and how you rest your hand. You know, I think Knopfler, I mentioned Knopfler, he anchors it pretty good. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I need to anchor it to keep it steady. You know, I keep that rhythm going, which is another whole conversation, man. Keep your foot tapping and your rhythm steady. You gotta really nail that pocket no matter what kind of music you're playing. So you gotta set up the groove and keep it, you know, really strong and steady. So if anchoring your hand helps. But then I look at people like Molly Tuttle, you know, she's got this incredible, I can't even do it, you know, this kind of she bounces like this. But everybody's got their own, you know, their own thing. So I guess what I'm saying is, you know, it's important for us each as individual musicians to find what works for us. I tend to I take a little bit from here and a little bit from there, you know, from people that I really like. I probably am leaning more these days towards, you know, the Mike Cooter, Mark Knopfler type players, whether it's slide or, you know, I like things that are expressive. Or somebody like Dominic, you know, it's that kind of thing. And sometimes I like it to go from full on, you know, rhythm with a pick, and then again, like Carlos does, I learned that from him, watching him in rehearsal, and I said, wait a minute, how do you do that? Because he doesn't use any effects other than the wah. And he said, oh yeah, I just dialed down my treble, and then I just get my thumb involved and cup the pick. A lot of people do that, or some people grab it in their fingers like that. And then they're free to do a softer sound, Latin. So these are all just little techniques that we do, and come and visit me at jimmydillon.com, and I got a lot of fun stuff there. And please comment if you feel the urge. I'd love to hear from you. I love the comments; they're great. And we'll see you down the road.